Hello friends, Michael Butler. Welcome back to Books on the Beach and Influencer Radio. I'm here in Las Vegas with a multimillionaire, Alan Asp. You're one of the top financial traders and advisors. Tell us a little bit about your story, about your book coming up. But one thing we've been doing on the show this week is we've been giving a recap every day, kind of the big takeaway here at 10X. We're meeting some awesome people, meeting you and hearing your story. So what's going on with you? What is new? Tell us your journey.
Well, the journey was I was an Assembly of God minister back in the day, a long time ago. And I went ahead and it got me nothing but poor. Broke and poor. And
Been there, done that.
And so what happened is that God went ahead and brought me to a place to go ahead and go to a Jewish synagogue. And I went to my friend's bat mitzvah. I went there and God opened my eyes, that I learned that I had missed half of the gospel. And that gospel was that the Old Testament.
The Torah.
The Torah, yes, the Old Testament. I went
Shabbat
ahead.
Shalom, by the way, today.
And
we're working.
So the thing is that I learned the keys in my Jewish faith about the Old Testament. And I went ahead and I put some things together that I learned from some books that I read. And I went from $335,000 in debt, 57 cents in my savings account, and now I'm a multimillionaire.
That right there. So I know people are going to want to be getting the book. You've got 1,400 people in your Facebook group that, I mean, they're eager anytime you go live and share stuff. What's one of the takeaways or one of the keys here and the principles? We were talking about generational wealth.
Yeah.
You've got 5 children. I've got 4 sons and 2 grandsons. We want to preserve and protect wealth. We said, the Jewish community circulates $1 17 times. And unfortunately, in other communities, I read a statistic last week that less than 0.5% in some communities. So how do we preserve generational wealth? How do we help our children prosper, not just economically, but spiritually and emotionally?
Well, I think there's a couple things that you got to do, but the first thing you got to teach them that money is the most important thing they'll ever go ahead and learn in their lives. Somehow we keep it silent, we keep it quiet, but money buys everything. Money buys your food, it buys your house, and then money is actually, I found, a great tool to go ahead and give.
Yeah, you've really, since you've stepped into this, you're giving more now than you ever have.
Last year I gave more money away than I did in my 54 years on this earth combined.
Wow.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, stay tuned, guys. This is Alan Asp here, and he's got some great things coming out for you. And if you want to change your life, change your wealth, you made those adjustments and made those mindset changes. What was the biggest takeaway for you here on day 2 yesterday at the conference as we get ready to go into day 3?
I would say probably the biggest thing that is that I really like Ty Lopez. He's just a genius. He takes ideas and he goes ahead and makes $1 million out of just one idea. So he's really amazing.
I read a stat recently, Alan, was we don't have a resource problem. What we have is an idea problem, execution, implementation.
Yeah.
There's 8 billion people on the planet. There's enough resources, somebody calculated, for every man, woman, boy, and girl to have $14 million. And you talk about the money already being there. We got one of these stickers that says, "Who's got my money?" Yeah. That's the question you need to ask. Don't do it yourself. Get somebody involved. Get an investor. And you might give up a little bit of the company, but you're going to get a lot of wisdom with that, right?
Yes, yeah.
And we can leverage things faster. It's all about timing to market, product to market. If you've got intellectual property, let's help you get it to market because we can sell it before the book is done. And that's what we're going to do with Alan. Let's make him a bestseller. You're going to be hearing more. You're going to give us some stock tips, some trading tips, some investment advice.
I've learned from a billionaire.
Yeah.
A billionaire on how to go ahead and trade stocks. Everything you've heard, everything you've been taught, everything that you thought you knew, you don't know nothing. This guy taught me, a billionaire, on how to go ahead and make millions in the market.
I can't wait to hear that and interview you on the show. We got other podcasters wanting to interview you now. Jesus said in the scriptures that take away his talent, right, which was money, and give it to the one that's got 10. We're at the 10X Growth Con, and guess what? We're looking for you. We're looking to plug you in. We can help you be a part of this team, be a part of this movement, changing lives. Thanks for tuning. Have a great day.
We'll see you.